Okay, so I guess my plan for today is to I will probably try to, maybe I won't stream for as long today because I gotta go ahead and finish like a group project tonight. Honestly, I'm always kind of wondering about the the color of the eyelashes, but I think this one is good. Oh hey, hello Geb. Oh yeah, also I feel like one problem I used to have
Pancake waving.
is that like the color of like I always drew the face way too pale, so like you can't really see the white of the eye. But I guess by making the face a little bit darker, you can actually see the white part a bit more clearly. Hey, hello, Emma Tate. I'm just like coloring, I guess coloring my old sketches.
Hello, Koi. What are you drawing this time?
Alright, since it looks okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, hi, LPS Sparkle. Oh yeah, I'm also wondering a bit.
Hi.
I guess I haven't really paid too much attention to like VTuber lores, but I feel like most of them are just surface level most of the time. So like maybe I also don't need to go too deep into like who exactly my character is. I think maybe most of the time they're just like a role. Like say a VTuber can be like the goddess of like harvest or something like that. or like a mushroom girl, and that's the lore. So it doesn't have to be super complicated. Oh yeah, I also saw like a super expensive VTuber model. Like there are models that are, I guess, adaptable, so that only one person can purchase it. But I guess instead of having to commission an artist for a model, an easy alternative is to just buy a model that's unique.
Why do people like turning objects into cute women?
Yeah, why do people do that? I guess they just like it. I mean, there's an actual reason for that. I haven't really thought about it. Mm, like, say a lot of time, sometimes people can feel a lot of affection for a specific object. I guess like the majority of stuff in our daily life are not that important, but there are going to be certain things in your life that you're just super attached to. And there is also this belief that objects have soul and that you should treat an object well. And like a logical extension of this belief is that objects are people. So, and since objects are people, why can't they be cute women? Why can't they be cute girls? Because, like, anthropomorphism is not something new. Like, it's a very old phenomenon. Yeah, especially like I believe America actually
The
used,
steel industry would be a slaughterhouse. They'd
like a lot of like countries used to be like represented by like a literal anthropomorphic version of like a, and I guess like at the time a very beautiful woman. Yeah, like even countries were turned into cute girls back then. And like, yeah, even in Japan, ships also used to be turned into to also be represented as cute girls. And like, and like this is not something out of this is not something unthinkable, because like people just tend to refer to ships as female. Like when someone who likes ships They would say, "Oh, she is," and like I never understood this. I didn't understand why people would refer to ships as they if they were like a person, and I also didn't understand why ships are female. Like, yeah, I guess I guess that's kind of the reason. I mean, maybe not necessarily lose, but yeah,
I guess we
people
just
are
like giving
attached
human
to stuff.
attachments to items we would lose one day.
I'm kind of thinking about how I should draw the eyelashes on the bottom. Oh yeah, also I'm not I don't like eyelashes. Like eyelashes, there was a time when I got so scared when I thought that an eyelash entered inside my eye. Like not literally inside my eye, but like between the space in the space between my pupil, like between my eyeball. I forgot. I don't know if there is a name for that space inside the eye, but that was just really scary because I thought that if you don't get the eyelash out, it will just roll back to the back of the eye, and you will just never be able to get it out. Like that was just so scary. Yeah, there was a time when I saw like an eyelash on my eye, and when I tried to like take it out, it just disappeared. So there are like two possibilities. The first one is that it got out. The second one is that it got even deeper into inside my eye. And that second possibility
Face green smiling.
is just terrifying, because like yeah, if it got even deeper inside my eye, and it would just like never get out. Uh, yeah, like it scared the shit out of me. I was just terrified.
It's in between your skin.
And like afterward, I just never found that eyelash.
Face blue, wide eyes. Oh, squiggly line in my eye fluid.
But yeah, like not a great. Like I was just so scared when that happened. It's not a great feeling. Actually, I don't think there are any object that I am particularly attached to. Yeah, I think I just generally don't care too much. Like I used to care. I used to take very good care.
I have arrived.
Oh, hello Rika. Welcome. Oh, and hello Mano. Yeah, like that's what I'm scared. That's what I was afraid of. Is that the eyelash would just get stuck under the
I
eyelid
am not late
and
anymore.
then travel to the back of the eyeball into that. Like I I just was scared that it would go deeper and deeper.
Hello.
Yeah, Rika. Although I don't think I have even really talked about my personal life that much for it to be qualified as lore. Oh damn. Yeah, I would never trim my eyelashes. I'm just too scared
Trimmed my eyelashes when I was a kid, so I know that.
of that thing happening. Like honestly, like just anything that is like around the eyes. I don't want to touch it. I feel like it's kind of important to add these kind of red lines around the eye.
It depends on the way you present it.
Yeah, like um I've had someone apply eyeliner on me, but and even though she was pretty good at it, I was still just not used to like having eyeliners or like just anything around my eye. And especially when like removing the makeup, like that's just so I'm just so scared of it getting into my eye. Even though like they told me that it's not harmful, I still just don't want any of it. Yeah, I have no idea how people are able to just casually apply makeup around around their eye as if it's nothing. Yeah, contacts are just oh yeah. Also
By applying contacts,
also this is an a great fear that's never gonna like contact I would never want to try doing something like that. Putting on contacts.
I agree.
Like there are people who put contacts to change their eye color. Like they put like colored contacts. Uh, I would never do that. I've heard really I've heard horror stories about like
You forget to take them off.
people getting
Face blue smiling.
people getting contacts stuck inside their eyes. Like it slide to the back of their eye, like between the eyelid and the eyeball. It just slid back
I don't need to
inside.
and will never.
And they thought, like the person thought that the contact fell out. You know, since the person couldn't find the contact, they just thought that the contact fell out.
Face blue wide eyes, face orange biting nails.
Yeah, exactly. Like the contact was still inside. Yeah, Rick, I think we probably saw the same video. I also saw it on the video, but yeah, that one is nightmare fuel. And like the contact was inside that person's eye for like 20, 30 years.
WTF?
That shit was so scary. I just don't want to even try putting on contacts. Yeah, like putting foreign objects inside your body. I could never. Like especially like the eyes are just like the most sensitive part of your body.
I had a doctor explain it to me in video.
Yeah, that shit is really scary. But yeah, like the stuff people do for beauty. Oh, hello, Eduardo.
Hey,
Yeah, like people do a lot of stuff just to look good. I think just
well, if you're brave enough.
yeah, like I wanted to I also wanted to have like tattoos and piercings. Like tattoo is even worse than piercings. But yeah, I wanted to get piercings, but I'm just so scared of like the process. Yeah, I'm just too scared of like the process of getting piercings. Which I think which actually I think I shouldn't be, because yeah, I have a friend. I don't Yeah, actually I still don't like to call people friends. I feel like they're just acquaintances, because like we don't actually talk that much outside of school. But yeah, like that guy, he has piercings in so many places, and also tattoos. Yeah, like he has ear piercings, nose rings, and also like mouth, and also like mouth. Uh, yeah, piercing around the lips. He probably has one like on his stomach, although I've never seen it. He also has like tattoos and stuff. Oh, hello, Silver Comet. You get one day you get a piercing, and the next thing a bug bites you in that same spot. But like if you get a piercing, you already have a hole on that place. So like the bug could wouldn't be able to bite in that place. I guess it's for me. It's mainly the pain that comes with it. I'm just I'm just so scared of the pain. Oh, hello, Sailor Shy. What do you mean where you put it?
Well, I would think you should be. You're essentially poking holes in your body.
Okay, I just fixed it. There was like the queue for the TTS was blocked, but now it should be okay.
We know.
Um, yeah, I've actually been wanting to get a piercing for since I think last year, summer of last year, but I was just I guess always waiting for the right moment, and I guess that moment just never. I guess I still just don't want to do it because it just in general I'm just a like I don't like body modification. Like I have never done any sort of surgeries, and I don't think I want to do that. So yeah, like that's probably just going to be very bad. I guess I'm also kind of scared of like because of sanitary reasons. Like I'm scared of infections, and although I don't think that's gonna be a really big problem, but I guess the thing is that also so many people have piercings, so like it's not like it's a really big deal. Okay, wait, is the okay the TTS is working again. Okay, I think for this part it's just gonna. Oh yeah, also something that's also scary about like that guy who has a lot of piercings is that he must have had a pretty heavy earring because there is literally like one of his earlobe was literally split in half. Like the earring was probably too heavy and like it literally just cut the bottom of his earlobe. So like that was also that's just so scary to even think about. Um and I guess there is also like this general image, like this general stereotype of what someone with piercings would be like. But I know from experience that
You
this is not true because he's actually pretty friendly. So, but I guess there is just always gonna be this kind of stereotype that people with piercing are I guess kind of hostile or stuff like that. But yeah, I also see a lot more guys with manicure nowadays. Like with nail paint. And I was also thinking of just getting one, but I guess I still just haven't done it. Because I guess I'm kind of scared of getting it in my food. I don't know if this is impossible, but I guess I'm also kind of scared of that kind of stuff, just getting the paint, like accidentally ingesting the paint. Like, let's say I'm eating with my hands. I guess I'm just scared for a bunch of stuff.
face green smiling.
Yeah, like I usually see, like when it comes to guys, I see like obviously with girls it's like all sorts of colors. I've seen a lot of guys with like black nail paint, but the other day in my computer class I also saw one with like light blue nail paints. Like I could at least try some. I mean, I already bought like a bottle of like nail paint. I guess I still just haven't got to apply it. Okay, I think around this much is fine. But actually, what would really count as lore? I guess maybe it's just any kind of personal information. Maybe not personal information, but just like generally information about a person. I guess that would count as lore. But yeah, like the eye already looks a lot less scary than yesterday. Yeah, yesterday it looked like completely unhinged. But I guess today she feels a little more normal. Oh yeah, also like I feel like I don't like to sit beside like people in class. Like even when they want to sit beside me, it's because I guess I don't like them to see that I'm playing games in class. Because like when I go to class, it's for like the only I only go to class like 2 days a week. But during these days, I literally have like 5 hours of classes back to back. So like I'm in my later classes, I'm just already exhausted, so exhausted that my only way to not be completely
Face screaming in fear.
like I just can't concentrate. So like and during these moments I just want to leave the class right away. And I guess my way to cope with how tired I am is to just play games in class. I mean, like playing games in class is better than not going to class altogether. That's what I kind of figured. But I guess I feel like it's also kind of a bad look. So like I just prefer to not let other people see me like that. Okay, actually gotta look up some. Okay. Oh yeah, something I also have difficulty with. I feel like it's when interacting with multiple people. Like I think just one on one. I have no problem just talking with a single person. But like whenever it's in a group kind of situation, I just don't don't really know how to act. Yeah, I guess like talking to multiple people at once, like in a group setting, it just feels really overwhelming. But also like the only way, like I just feel like I'm such a late bloomer. Like other people have already developed the necessary social skill to thrive, like in all these social settings, like in this university, school environment, and I'm just the only one who is completely clueless. I feel like I'm just lagging behind everyone else in that department. But still, I'm a lot less awkward than before. Although I think I still am. I guess what I want is I want I want to have like connections with other people. Yeah, I don't want to be lonely. Oh yeah, also I have figured out the my character's lore, but I'm just not sure if I'm not sure how I should present it. Like, yeah, I have never seen other VTubers present it. Like, there are some who present the lore of their character at the beginning of every video. Like, they're yeah, like I keep coming back to this example of like goddess of something. I forgot which god she was supposed to represent. The like which goddess she was supposed to represent. I only remember this because like she just said at the beginning of the video that she's the goddess of something. So I remembered that, although I forgot the channel's name. But yeah, like I think you could start. Oh, actually, she looks. I don't even think she looks crazy. But maybe it still does look a little bit crazy. Gotta adjust the smile a little bit. Yeah, I guess the best way to do it is to just cut the layer. Alright, and to just set it to normal. Also, like a VTuber debut doesn't necessarily have to be the first video of a channel. But I don't even know if I am a VTuber or not. I guess I use a VTuber avatar. That's for sure. But am I a VTuber? I don't know. Yeah, what even is a VTuber? Like, is there a distinction between using a VTuber avatar and being a VTuber, or does using a virtual avatar automatically makes you a VTuber? Actually, I don't know. I have no idea. But maybe this is a question that I could keep in mind. What am I? Yeah, that's the question. Um,
WW hat am I? Face fuchsia tongue out.
oh my god, the way it's said, it pronounced it WW hat. Like what about animators who have like a persona? Like a lot of YouTube animators have who like use a virtual avatar to explain things. That's also a virtual avatar. Are animators who use these kind of avatar VTubers? Like if animators who use like I guess animator persona. I guess animators who use a persona, if they count as VTubers, then I guess I am. Or like, or are they just faceless channels? I think they could just be like faceless. Because I guess like there are a lot of people who just call themselves VTubers. Like I am a fox VTuber. I am a cat girl VTuber. But like what actually makes one? Do you just become one when you if you call yourself one? I think it maybe it also has to do with whether you're playing a character. And I guess the expectation is kind like people's expectations of you are kind of different depending on whether you are a VTuber or not. Because I guess if you are a VTuber, the people kind of expect you to like play the characters. But if you are not, then people don't really care. Although like I don't think like a lot of them really stick to the character. Okay, I think the face already looks a lot better. What is there to add? Actually, I want to add like a knife. Yeah, I want her to hold a knife. Gotta find a reference for that. Yeah, and I guess Yunagasai really shaped the yandere stereotype, because technically someone could attack with like a lot of different kind of weapon, but when you show a knife, you kind of just automatically associate it with yandere. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna find the pose I'm looking for. Oh damn, I'm seeing a lot of meta from my side fan arts. Oh yeah, but actually I should color this part as well. Oh yeah, recently I saw a very interesting video about like someone teach an AI learn how to play games, and like specifically he taught the AI how to perform an in-game glitch for the game Trackmania, which is a game I have never heard of. But that also makes the video more interesting because I like when people just explain stuff that I've never heard about in a way that I can understand. But yeah, there is a specific in-game glitch called nose boost, which which is like a glitch that just allows your car to go like supersonic since it's a racing game. But the problem is also that that glitch is just very hard to perform. Like it requires a lot of precision so that no human could really do it. So yeah, he taught the AI to do that. Oh yeah, another thing that I always wondered, and that I've also seen other people complain about, is like why do people who teach AI how to play a game always build their own version of the game. Like, say someone wants to teach an AI how to play Flappy Bird. Instead of just like turning on Flappy Bird, they first build Flappy Bird inside, like using like from scratch, and then they teach AI in their own version of the game. And like the answer for this is actually that it's very difficult to like extract information from, it's basically just allowing the AI to access informations. Because if you just let the AI play a game, then the only way they are gonna able to extract any information is through the images, like the through the on screen. Oh, I think I would just give up trying to look for a reference and just try to draw something on my own. Although I think it will be kind of cursed. Oh well, I will try it out. Yeah, I guess that's also, I guess, why I want to get better at drawing. I just want to be able to draw whatever I want, whenever, like whenever the idea comes to my mind. I want to be able to draw it. I don't want, yeah, basically I just want to be able to execute my ideas. Well, I could try just switching the position of the hand. Okay, say I make a folder as a backup. Okay, so I guess to quickly change a pose, I just have to draw over it like this. I guess also like this. Yep, now I have hidden the hand. What about like this? Like the hand is kind of like out like this, and the other one is out like this, and then it's just holding the knife kind of like this. Mm, is this the best pose for something like this though? Yeah, I will look up refs for how you would usually hold hold a knife. Yeah, I don't think I have ever drawn anything similar to that. But also, this is like almost full. Yeah, you're showing the upper body. Okay. What about like this? Yeah, I feel like the the hand should be kind of like this. Then I guess the other hand is just like around the mouth. Kind of like this. Yeah, seems okay. I think I can put it into execution. Okay. Okay, so you have a hand kind of like this. Or maybe it's too, like, maybe it could be too thin or too thick. I'm still not sure about it right now. Yeah, should be a bit more like this. Like I'm just going entirely by feel right now. But I feel like it's too long. Should be a bit shorter. Yeah, like around here. Okay, so now the other arm is kind of, but yeah, I think I'm also glad that I did this, because I think in a real drawing I'm just gonna always be modifying things even after the drawing is pretty much complete. So I think big modifications like this are just inevitable. Might as well just get used to it. And I think the best way to do modifications like this is to just draw on top. Yeah, because if you modify the layers below, it's gonna take too much time. Okay, yeah, this one is definitely way too long. Oh yeah, there's also a game that I've been playing quite a bit lately called BTD 6, and that game released a paid DLC. And I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I just don't like DLCs. Oh yeah, there is also Hollow Knight Silk Song. That, like, it's still not out. But like, um so there was a very long time when I saw a video essay on YouTube that talked about stuff that are completely unrelated, but it kind of mentioned Hollow Knight Silk Song. Like that's why I'm talking about it right now. And I've I've been just trying to find that video again, but I just can't seem to find it. Like I feel like I'm really obsessed with this kind of stuff out sometime. Like when I suddenly remember something and I just want to find it, but I just can't. So I spend a very long time searching for it. I guess it's that kind of thing. But if I remember correctly, the video was at first talking about a situation where um like just one day a super smart kid shows up, gets transferred to your school, and he is just better than you at everything. Like any hobby that you are proud of, he is better than you at that. Like let's say you like to play the piano. Well, that kid is better than you at playing the piano. And if you're into sports, that guy is also better than you at sports. Like if you like video games, he is also better than you at just the specific games that you like to play. Is that as if he is just designed to be you but better? And
Face purple crying.
yeah, no, he is you but better. He is literally a better you. And because like if he is him, that would actually make it not as bad. Because he would just be like a genius who's good at everything, but this is a special kind of situation where he is just better than you at everything that you are good at. You know, it's like when a new model of whatever comes out and the old model becomes completely obsolete. Say like computers. um, w- compared to a modern computer, an old computer from the 90s is completely obsolete. It's that kind of situation. Like he's just you but better in every way. So when that happens, yeah, I think technology is not a particularly good example due to all the people collecting this old stuff.
The ThinkPad community is triggered.
But it's or like let's just say in video games, you have your starter gear and like let's say you have a starter sword that deals like 5 damage per hit. But then you unlock like a legendary sword that deals 100 damage per hit. So your beginning your beginner's sword becomes completely obsolete. Yeah, it's that kind of a situation where like it just perfectly replaces the other thing with no drawback. And like that was the kind of situation that was described in the video where the new kid is just better than you at everything that you're good at. And like that is just especially tragic because you have lost your place in the world. Like because like normally someone is like if you mention someone you like think of something about that person. Like like say you mention a YouTuber who makes videos about like a specific game or like like a YouTuber who makes music. You would say like, "Oh, that is like the let's say the lo-fi hip hop guy who makes lo-fi hip hop music." But like when someone who is just better than and like in music even even like just very obscure artists like artists with because I listen music from artists with only sometimes only a few subs and sometimes I like their music. So just because an artist is not popular doesn't mean that no one's gonna like their music. But in the example given but in that video, like you just have no more reason to even exist because that person is better than you at everything. And he also talked about Hollow Knight because Hollow Knight is just such a good. Actually, I'm kind of thinking about the kind of finger I want to draw on. I think maybe a big, chunky kind of finger would be better than these like small ones. Yeah, I shouldn't try to draw them realistically. I should just draw big fingers. So like when Hollow Knight is just such a good Metroidvania game that when it came out, every other Metroidvania game that would come out after that will just get compared to Hollow Knight. Actually, I think maybe this pose is not the best. This hand position. I should set it to more like um yeah, like even just a Metroidvania game that has nothing to do with Hollow Knight, they still have to take Hollow Knight into account because people are just gonna compare it to Hollow Knight regardless. So like because of this one excellent game that exists, every other game now has to like compete with that game whether they like it or not. Just like, in the example, if someone is just better than you at everything, they're just gonna always compare you with that kid who is better than you. Yeah, with imagine how the VTubers feel. That's exactly my thought as well.
Imagine how VTubers feel, haha.
And but yeah, like it's and the pressure is not just on the other people. Like the pressure is not just on other Metroidvania games. The pressure is also on like Hollow Knight itself, because and then like the video went back to the example of the kid who's good at everything. Like just imagine how much pressure child prodigies must feel. You know, and one of the first expectation that people have regarding child prodigies is that, well, they're already so good, even though he's only like say 10 years old. Like, oh my god, he's already so good at art when he's 10 years old. Imagine how good he must be when he reaches 20. So there is an enormous burden of expectations that the gifted kid needs to endure as well. There is always like a lot of expectations for the gifted kid to excel. they must keep winning competitions. They must just keep getting better. And like speaking of gifted kids, like I feel like a lot of time we hear about gifted kids, but like we see gifted kids all the time, but we actually rarely see what happens to them once they grow up. I feel like a lot of them just kind of fall into obscurity when they grow up. Because I guess just because you are better than everyone else when you are younger doesn't mean you're always gonna have, like, doesn't mean you're always gonna be better at everyone. Like sometime people are just better than others because they started early. But when people grow up and they started also, because let's say people practice music. So like a kid who starts practicing music, let's say the violin. Let's say a kid who starts practicing the violin at the age of 6. Well, he is seen as a child prodigy because he has practiced a lot when as a kid. Well, like when he grows up, actually the older he gets, the more there's gonna be just more people who have also practiced a lot. So like he is no longer that special. I don't think I've explained that super well, but hopefully you can still understand me. Mm, yeah, I'm not sure how to explain it better. But yeah, basically just a lot of child genius fell off when they get older. And when they do, it's very sad because for just for since they were born, they were always praised by others who just praise them and tell them how special. Hey, Shaffo. Oh, oh, really? I haven't seen the statistics, but that must be true.
The numbers don't lie. Child prodigies are more likely to fail.
At least I would like to believe that it's true. Not because I want child prodigies to fail, but because of the reasons that I kind of want to explore next. So, and when a child prodigy fail, it's very hard. It's a very brutal fall because like for a very long time, probably since they were a toddler or something, people have always told them that they are special, that they are destined for great things. But when it turns out that this isn't true, that they are not actually that special compared to others, it's the downfall is just super difficult because then suddenly they have to realize that, oh, I am not special. I am actually not better than others. When for their entire life they have always believed that they were destined for greatness. Whereas, like, if you're just a normal kid who never had anyone tell you that you are special, well, if you don't achieve great things, it's like whatever, right? But yeah, as Shavel said, it's also easier for child prodigies to fail because in order to achieve great things, you're gonna want to put in more. You're gonna have to put in more effort. It's like the difference between building a shack and a mansion. You know, like accomplishing great things is like building a mansion. It's gonna take more time and more effort than building a shack, not less. But the way people treat child prodigies is as if they're gonna be able to build a mansion with less material and less time than someone building a shack. So of course they're gonna be more likely to fail because if you're building a shack, it's not gonna take a lot of time. So and that's what normal non-gifted kids do. They don't expect to build a mansion, so they just build a shack, and so they accomplish their goal pretty quickly. But a gifted kid wants to build a mansion, and when they see that all the other normal kids have already achieved their goals and they are still nowhere near like accomplishing their goal, like it's just like it's just hard. Yeah, that's true. Like I
Depends
guess
on what the shack is made out of.
I guess like there is always like a lot of levels in between. Like a specific goal can be, yeah, like it's a spectrum, like the difficulty of their objective. But yeah, like the healthy expectation is that it's gonna if you're a gifted kid and you want to achieve great things, it's gonna take more time and more effort than a normal goal, than like some some goal that are not that difficult. But yeah, like in the case of Hollow Knight, like one of the reason why it took, yeah, I do like it. And actually it's not from me. It's from like a it's from the channel Healthy Gamer.
You like this mansion and
Yeah, like
shack analogy, huh?
that guy is a psychologist who I guess kind of specializes in like problems experienced by gamers. That's why he calls himself Healthy Gamer. Oh damn, I drew on the wrong layer. Oh well. But yeah, like I do recommend watching his videos about watching his video about gifted kids. That video was a pretty good overview of like this whole phenomenon. Like I think the video title was "Why Gifted Kids Are Actually Special Needs Kids." But because like generally we think that gifted kids don't need support, they're just better than everyone else. But actually they do. They're actually special need kids. But yeah, for in the case of Team Cherry and Silk Song, which is basically Hollow Knight 2, like the video kind of explained that the reason part of the reason why they still haven't released it is also because of all the expectations. Because like the first game was so good that the second game just cannot they they just can't make a bad game. Because if they do, like the game cannot be mediocre. The game must be better. Otherwise, they're gonna disappoint their audience because their audience have such sky high expectations for what Team Cherry is gonna achieve. You know, it's just like in the case of gifted kids, people expect so much out of them that of course the majority of them are just gonna fail because their goal are just so much harder. Okay, I think for this part is basically just complete. Um, I think I actually wanna just modify it from the bottom. Yeah, like from here. But yeah, like in the end, the problem is still about like comparison and expectations. Because like in modern, because like in the past, um, people didn't really have, people really weren't able to compare with each other so easily. So like they don't like they don't really have a lot of expectations for themselves. Like in the past, a farmer's son is just gonna keep being a farmer. Yeah, like a farmer's children are just gonna keep being farmers. They're not gonna really pursue something else. That was not really out of the ordinary. You know, like nowadays we have all these companies called like whatever name. Let's say Loomis and Son, Loomis and yeah, I saw a company called something and daughters. Like typically it's only like and sons, but yeah, I guess nowadays there are also a lot of people who also teach their who basically just teach all their kids how to do stuff like that. But um yeah, like it used to be that people just did exactly what their parents did. So there was no expectations. There was no great expectations placed on them. And it's also very easy to just learn what your parents did. Yeah, like some fields are probably gonna be a lot more difficult than others to learn. But like let's say a farmer, it's it's relatively easy to teach.
It depends on what field you work
Like it's
in.
relatively easy to teach your kids how to farm. And like the children of those the children already have an advantage because like their parents are already basically their mentors. Oh, actually I think I think I will erase this line. Okay. Yeah, I will also have to I guess erase this line. But yeah, like but nowadays we all have big dreams on what we want to become when we grow up. Like on social media, it's full of like influencers telling us that we should grind 24/7 so that one day we can also become like millionaires and live that kind of lifestyle. And so as a result, we just have a lot more expectations. Oh, hello. Yeah, I do feel like actually I don't know how deep my voice is compared to others. When I listen to deep voice to a lot of other like deep
Whoa, deep
voice
voice.
YouTubers and streamers, I feel like their voice are deeper than mine a lot of the time. But but yeah, like just having so much expectation placed on us is actually a relatively modern things. Like to follow your dreams. So like that was kind of what the video was about. But I do think it's actually I don't really know how to like interpret it. Oh, thanks. I'm not really sure how to interpret that video. Like, is it to not follow your dreams, and but I think maybe to just
I
have
like it.
like to have reasonable expectations. Like, don't set your expectations too high, because you are just gonna be setting yourself up for failure. Okay, I think it actually doesn't look that bad. Don't have high expectations and be extremely
Don't have high
pessimistic.
expectations and be extremely pessimistic.
Well, I'm not sure about the pessimistic part. I think it's definitely like important to not have super high expectations. I guess it's also just promoted everywhere in our culture. Like, literally every movie is pretty much like, a lot of the time the theme of the movie is about like someone following his dream and accomplishing, like someone achieving their dreams despite against all odds, that kind of stuff. So like our culture actually promotes that kind of stuff. Like, our culture promotes having super high expectations. So yeah, I think that's you are right on that aspect. Like, it's just bad to have super high expectations. But I think as long as your expectation is not too high, you can afford to be optimistic about things. Because like, if you what you expect is already easy, then I don't think it's super likely for you to fail. So might as well be optimistic about things. But yeah, like nowadays with social media, we're also just constantly compared with one another. And oh, welcome back, Rika. Yeah, a pretty big change.
I just came back and now I see her holding a striking knife.
But actually, I think the lines are too thin. Yeah, I feel like for this drawing, having thick lines is definitely better. Oh yeah, and I guess it's more of a yandere.
Soon, dear Lolio, no.
Actually, I think maybe I should place all of this in a layer underneath, like here. and just to place all of this under. Mm,
What?
okay, I have to. No, I don't like it. I think it's better to keep them separate. What? Okay, I think like this. Okay. Oh yeah, and also because a child prodigy is going to be like a lot of them. They're constantly being compared with literal adults. So like there is just a lot of pressure on them. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna merge this one. I think one specific example they give is like for like the downfall of a gifted kid is like when someone who is gifted um starts start seeing their grades drop at school. So that they don't have the grades to go to a normal university, and they have to go to a community college. But going to a community college is also shameful because for most of their life, people told them that they are smart and that they're gonna go to they're gonna go to university, and a community college where all the dumb kids go. So like they don't want to go to a community college, so they just end up going to no college at all. So they just end up falling even further behind compared to even like dumb kids. But yeah, to be honest, I have never heard about community colleges. I don't even know what they are. But anyways, like I feel like Hollow Knight has been delayed for such a long time now, and the history of their development was also kind of interesting because they they got founded by a Kickstarter founding campaign, and they only did that because like they just drained up all development fund and they needed money to pay for rent at that point. But the game turned out to be a huge success. Okay, I think I just need to add the lighting, I guess, and it's gonna be done. But yeah, changing poses is not easy. Alright. I think I would just leave it like this. And it's already been 2 hours. Damn, I really spent a lot of time on it. I think I would just stop here for today. I don't really see anything I can add to it. And I think it's already too late to start another one. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the stream soon. Yeah, see you, Onigiri.
Hand purple blue piece.
Yeah, thank you. See you, Sheffo.